Welcome to Rabbi Micha Greenland, International Director of NCSY.
Shalom, Yoni.
So you participated in the Orthodox Union Annual Conference, and you spoke about instilling spirituality into our children's life. So of course the main question is, how could that be done?
Spirituality in our teens really depends on exploring multiple avenues with them. It starts with thinking outside the box. What are the avenues where we can introduce our own teens to real spirituality? What sort of chesed do we involve them in? What does our Shabbos table look like? What are the Zmiros like? What sort of learning do we do with our own children? It starts with our own willingness to integrate spiritual experiences into our lives that then we involve our kids in.
Would you say that the young generation these days is more challenging than previous generations, or is it just a bit different?
I do think today's generation is more challenging than previous generations. We live in, thank God, a socioeconomically very strong world today. And the more material wealth our kids are growing up with, and that's, I'm generalizing here, but the more material wealth our kids are growing up with, the more difficult it is to focus on spiritual areas.
When you talk about the challenge, you're talking about instilling spirituality. You're not talking, at least in the title, about orthodoxy, halacha. What is the meaning when you're focusing on that issue of spirituality?
Our kids learn very well in school and from the home how to practice. What they're not feeling is the soul, the heart of where that practice is coming from, what motivates it. And what that means is that when they graduate high school and they're off on their own, in many cases that practice will fall by the wayside. Unless we can find a way to connect to kids spiritually so that they feel the God in their tefillah and the God in their Shabbos and the meaning in all their experiences, then they're not going to carry it forward with them beyond their high school years.
Rabbi Micha Greenland, thank you very much.
Toda, Yoni, and looking forward to seeing you on NCSY summer programs in Israel this summer.